Back in 1997 and 1998, I was on a mission for the Mormon Church. For about a year in my mission, I lived on the Native American Navajo reservations in New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. When you're on your mission, you have a companion or a partner that's with you at all times. And you're usually with that person for anywhere from 1 to 3 months. There's a short period of time that I had a local, what we called a junior companion with me for about 2 weeks. She was in between her junior and senior year in high school, and she lived on the Navajo reservation about 2 hours from the reservation I was at, outside of a town called Page, Arizona. One day we were discussing our dreams and for our future, and somehow what we would want in a dream home came up. I shared I would want a dream home with my own primary bathroom and a walk in closet. I grew up in a household with 6 people and one full bathroom. So full bathrooms sounded like a luxury. She then shared with me what her dream home would have. Her dream home would have electricity and running water. That was it. I had assumed because she was more well off than most families in the area that she had access to running water and electricity. She didn't. A vast majority of Native Americans living in the United States do not have access to running water or electricity. And for all of their basic needs, they have to haul their water long distances to get that water. Even now, 25 years later, I spend quite a bit of time on and near the Navajo reservations in southern Utah. And I still see people hauling water. Still, now in 2024, 30 to 40% of Native Americans do not have access to running water or electricity. According to the U.S. Environment Protection Agency, as of April of 2024, the average American household uses about 300 gallons of water a day. In 2024, George McGraw, who is the founder and CEO of Dig Deep, said, "Our eyes were really open to the fact that while there are hundreds of millions of people around the world that still don't have access to safe, clean water or sanitation, a couple million of them live right here in the United States." He said, "We were appalled and really surprised to find some of the same conditions we were facing in some of the least developed countries in the world, but right in our own backyards." It's common for Native Americans on the Navajo reservations to have to drive 20 to 30 miles one way to fill their water and get their water. Research by the Water Alliance in 2019 said that African American and Latino households are nearly twice as likely to lack complete plumbing than white households, and Native American households are 19 times more likely. Living out in Navajo Mountain, it's a really remote community. Back when I was there, it was 30 miles on a dirt road to get to the nearest gas station, laundromat, and mini mart grocery store. Navajo Mountain had one water filling station that's not regulated at all for a community of about 130 families. Dig Deep has several different programs, and the one that has my heart is the Navajo Water Project. The Navajo Water Project has been working with people out at Navajo Mountain to get them running water. Dig Deep will take applicants and they will determine who out of these applicants are in the greatest need of water. A lot of times it might be a family with young children, elderly, or people with illnesses. They will then meet with the people and they will discuss how the program works and what's going to happen. They then come and they dig a hole and they bury a 1,200-gallon water tank in the ground so that it doesn't freeze. And then they plumb the house with taps for a shower and a sink, and also with solar power and charging stations. And the solar power is very necessary to run the water pump for the water tank. A water truck will then come out and fill the water tank that's in the ground. The taps are turned on and they test everything. They inspect and train the families on simple troubleshooting things that they can do if they have any issues. This is a huge benefit for these families. A lot of people are in their 70s and just now getting running water, and it's the first time they've had hot water in their home as well. Previously, they would have to boil all water. Even though this is a life-changing thing, a lot of them still don't get toilets because that requires a septic tank. And so these families still use outhouses, and if they're really lucky and can afford it, a porta pot. But a porta pot is about $100 a month, and a lot of families cannot afford that. I am grateful for programs like Dig Deep that are helping, and my husband and I look forward to being able to donate to them in the future. And I know most of you are in college, but hopefully you'll remember Dig Deep, and when the time comes that you can, even a few dollars helps. And I feel like it's important that we can appreciate the water we have and be responsible with those resources. Thank you.